Okay, I'm going to say this, and I mean this with all due respect. And to the Jewish people out there, please don't call me anti-Semitic or none of that cancel culture stuff because I'm not doing no harm. I love everybody. I'm a child of God. I'm out here spreading the gospel. I'm spreading a good message. But this is goes towards my skin color because they need to understand something here. And to all black people watching this, please hear me out. This is all my friends and family. I do this because I care. Listen, we see what's going on here. Let what happened to Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, let that be a lesson. That we need to come more together and have more unity. We got to have more love for one another. Okay? Because you see that the powers that be, the ones who are really in charge, they don't care about us. They really don't. Yeah, we entertain them. What I'm saying? They see we're very smart. We help build the foundations in this country. Our people suffered all these many years, but they don't care. Like, they want to remind us about what happened to them. But what happened to us in the 400 years of slavery, all the segregation, how many times the Ku Klux Klan terrorized us, people like Dylan Roof, okay, the young man in Kenosha, and even some of these other mass murderers. A lot of this stuff has been happening to us. Some of these crooked, evil police officers with the wrong intentions that's quick to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Even what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. A lot of this stuff has been going on with us for centuries, for years, for decades. Okay? Let that be a lesson that we got to love one another. We got to be there for one another. And for you rappers, these artists, people in hip hop, let's stop making too many songs about guns and shooting a nigga. Let's stop doing that, man. Let's stop using that word for once. Let's make more positive music. Let's make more cleaner stuff. Like, you got to hold yourself accountable too. Because, yeah, it's easy for us to blame them, blame the white man, but look what we're doing to ourselves. If you gonna gang bang, unite with the Bloods, unite with the Crips. I understand that's hard to say, and I understand a lot of people have a lot of pain and hurt, but we got to count our losses and move on because we have a problem, an issue in this country alone. We need to stop letting money divide us. You know what I'm saying? Even after watching that movie Wakanda Forever, we seen what happens when black folks get together to solve an issue. Even when Neymar, I think that's his name, that Aztecan, when his people look like Kodo Khan from Mortal Kombat, you see what he was doing. And at first, he wasn't even trying to be evil like that. He wasn't even trying to be wicked. He wasn't trying to do nothing to Wakanda at first. He just said, I need help. This is something that compromised us. And you see what Shuri had to do towards the end. That killing him wasn't going to solve nothing. But him and Shuri came to an agreement. And they wound up getting along. She spared his life. In return, he said, I'll help you down the line. Because at first, he said, oh, you want to burn the country for your brother? Let's do it together. He was willing to unite for a common problem. And that's to the Mexican people, because that's where his people are based on Aztecs, while Wakandans are based on Africans. Listen, we need to stop treating each other like we the enemy. So please, let's let that be a lesson, man. Let's learn to get along. Okay? Because when rap music first started, it wasn't violent like that at all. And to me, I defend black people. I'm all for my people. I defend innocent people, but I'm not going to defend sellouts. So I pray for people like Shaq, Charles Barkley, LeBron James, and even Kaepernick. I pray for them. Because they have been part of the problem more so than the solution. Okay? Because again, we got to treat everybody with respect. We got to love one another, all right? And again, man, I mean that with all due respect. But again, black folks, everybody that's my skin color or darker, even if you have black, listen, let's start uniting. Let's start putting more money into our own neighborhoods instead of letting these other ethnicities come in here because they don't respect us at all. These Jews, right? The Asian community, these the people who immigrate from India, right? That own all these 7-Elevens. The Russians, okay? The Samoans, a lot of them are established with their communities. We need to do the same thing. Okay, so let's stop fighting one another and let's learn to get along. Let's unite. Because that's what Martin Luther King and Malcolm X would have wanted us to do anyway. People love to talk about Martin Luther King, but nobody's trying to live like he lived. And we got to check our own people too. But we see what's going on with Kyrie. Let that be a lesson. We got to stop calling our own people, especially the ones that have made it, these celebrities, satanic. Let's stop doing that too. Let's stop thinking negative about our own people that made it. Let's stop talking about Beyonce. Let's stop talking against Kurt Franklin. We got to help these people because these black people are treated bad by the media. You see what's going on. The media keep harassing Kyrie Irving. Non-related basketball stuff. And the man has said many times he's not anti-Semitic. We see what's going on. So we got to do our part. Okay? Let's congratulate and acknowledge the black folks that did make it. And let's encourage one another. Let's love on one another. Because that's what my God would want me to do. I know everybody got their own God they serving, but my Lord and Savior, Yahshua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ, preached on love. He loved everybody unconditionally. There's no hatred in his heart for no one. He never meant for anybody to go hell. Hell is meant for Lucifer and his followers. Not for our people. So I love y'all, but that's what needs to be done. This needs to be said. And I hope everybody has a good day, but just, again, and also let's educate ourselves more, because at least what happened to Kyrie Irving and Kanye West is allowing everybody to start reading. At least everybody are reading more. They're reading the Bible more. They're doing research on their culture. They're doing research on their ancestors. If Kyrie Irving is researching his ancestors, we need to do the same. Because we need to do this ourselves. They're not going to do it for us. Yeah, we can learn about their culture all day long, but what about our culture? Start learning who you are as a black person, a black individual, black man and black woman. I'm going to tell you something I learned a long time ago from my own family. This words came from my grandpa himself. Rest in peace. He said, learn about your past, because once you know about your past, you can determine your future. And that's what the powers that be are scared of. They're scared of the future we can have once we know who we are as a society. Once we learn about our ancestors, where we come from, and our culture and our tribe, and who we really are as black people, that's what they're scared of. So let's do what they don't expect us to do. Because they don't expect us to read. They don't expect us to educate ourselves. They don't expect us to really learn and grow. We can have our own Wakanda. We can have another Black Wall Street if we concentrate on ourselves and love each other. Let's stop having crabs in the barrel mentality. That's got to end. So I'm just going to say that now. And I want to know I love everybody. I'm always going to be here. But again, we got to lead by the example. Okay? Because we got a real issue in this country. We got a real problem. And like Biggie said, even in that movie, The Tourist, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. And that's real talk. Despite how people felt about him, that's just real. Even Tupac stood for his own people. And I've told you what time it was before he died. But let all that be a lesson. Again, let's take care of ourselves. Let's love one another. And that way the world will be a much better place on our end. You have a good day. God bless.